Happy Tuesday, my family and my friends. I hope y'all are having a marvelous day. If you are watching this video, I know for a fact you're having a marvelous day, baby, because you alive and well and you breathing, okay? So if you have not already thanked our Heavenly Father for waking you up this morning, go ahead and press pause on this video and go tell the Lord thank you because you know that's what you owe him. I told y'all that y'all would start seeing a little bit more of me now. Now that I have a little bit more time than I had in the previous months. And I just wanted to share some more joy and just some more enlightenment with y'all on today. And I just simply want to say, never miss an opportunity to learn something. No matter like what form it is, never miss an opportunity to learn something. I give y'all a prime example. So today at work, I'm still fairly new in my new department, but December 16th will make a year that I've been in my new position. And, I'm a creature of habit. So I've been used to doing certain things a certain way. And nobody had ever said anything to me or said that anything was wrong or nothing like that. And so my supervisor gave me something back telling me that, I needed to do something different with it, not that it was wrong or completely wrong or anything like that, but that I needed to do something different, like to get a different number. I work with numbers. And so like I pull reports. And so that was one of the numbers, one of the lines that I was working with on my Excel spreadsheet. One of the numbers didn't quite add up. And she was pointing out a way that I did it to make it not add up right. And so I'm thinking to myself, I'm immediately, I took offense first because I'm thinking to myself, like, I've been doing it the same way for like 10 months now. And now all of a sudden there's a problem. And so, and I had to catch myself really fast because I'm like, okay, Tiff, she not saying that you don't know what you're doing. She just saying that perhaps maybe there's a better way that you can do it. And maybe there was an error as to why you didn't get the number that you were supposed to get. And so sure enough, when I sat down and I looked over my numbers and I reran the report, she was absolutely right. And not only was she right, I learned something new. Okay, like I work with numbers. I pull reports. I pull payroll reports. And so one of the reports that I pull did not require project numbers. And I know some of these terms may not be familiar to some of y'all who don't work with numbers, but all this time I had been using projects and I'm still thinking to myself, well, has it been wrong over the past 10 months? Like, because I've been using projects for the past 10 months. Like, why now are you pulling me, telling me, hey, this is not right? Like, I don't understand. And so, and I actually asked her that, and she was like, well, I knew that you were still trying to get acclimated. And so some of the times I would just go ahead and I would just fix it myself. And I'm thinking to myself, like, no, like I'm the type of person, like, just tell me straight up so I can get it right. I don't want to learn 10 months down the road that basically I've been doing something wrong and you just now wanted to correct me. But again, even with her doing it that way, I learned something. Like I learned a new way to pull my reports. And guess what? The way that I learned is much easier. And heck, I've been overworking myself. Like it's a much easier way. And so I guess the only way that I would find fault in what she did was maybe not telling me sooner, but she didn't do anything wrong. I just think her timing was a little bit off. But instead of me, I did get upset at first, but I checked myself. I said, okay, Tiff, so what? It took her 10 months to tell you. You still learned something. And so now moving forward, it ain't going to take you as long to pull them reports because you ain't got to worry about projects. You ain't got to worry about project numbers. So that's been what's been extending your reports and what's been making you take so long because that's what you've been doing. And she's been, letting you make it by correcting it. But although she's telling you now you learned a new way and a better way to do it. So I redirected my energy and said, you know what? I'm not finna be upset. And so now I sat down, I had a whole dialogue with her, and I even asked her, I said, hey, moving forward, like when I make mistakes, like just tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not unteachable. I'm not, I'm the type it's like, I want to learn, I want to excel in my job. And she's like, no, you're doing absolutely wonderful. And I was like, well, I don't know if I'm doing wonderful if, I've been pulling, the reports. She was like, Tiff, stop being so hard on yourself. And so that's lesson number 2, like stop being so hard on yourself. Because obviously if the lady telling you that you're doing wonderful, then you're doing wonderful. She's the one that's the judge of that, not you. And a lot of times that's who God plays in our life. It's like we be so hard on ourselves and God like, wait, I'm your judge. Like if I say, if I'm not judging you, or if I'm not convicting you, or if I'm not being that hard on you, then what gives you the right to be so hard on yourself? Okay. I mean, I had a whole revelation today at work. And I had a great conversation with my boss. Like they ended on a great note. And she just told me she actually, after correcting me, she actually told me to keep up the good work. She told me to keep up the good work. And I'm in my mind just beating myself up like, what in the world? But I'm like, no, Tiff, that was a perfect time for you to learn a lesson. And so I just really want to just pop on here again to say, never miss an opportunity to learn something. And stop being so hard on yourself. And I am preaching to the choir because I am the queen of being hard on myself. Like I'm a perfectionist. And I'm hard on myself. And a lot of times, I can, and I am my worst enemy, but that don't give God glory. Our goal is to die to ourselves daily and to become more like Christ, but we're not Christ, which means we still human and we're going to make mistakes. But even with making those mistakes, there's always a lesson to be learned. And so don't direct your energy to focus on the mistake or the timing of the correction or whatever the case may be. Focus your energy on learning the lesson and applying it so that you can do better. So that's essentially all I really want to say. And I want y'all to have a blessed evening. I love y'all. God bless.